Good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another episode of the Morning Mavericks. I appreciate you and I hope you have a great day. A privilege is defined by the Oxford Dictionary as a special right, advantage, or immunity granted or available only to a particular person or group. By this definition, I would agree that mindset is a privilege. Mindset can give you an advantage or immunity to all kinds of situations that others without a good or positive mindset would not be able to obtain. Today's quote comes from Simon Sinek, brought to us via a podcast called Diary of a CEO. Let's give it a listen.
Many stories of people who, when the odds were against them, whether they came from extreme poverty or abuse, rose up to have successful and happy lives. And when we read about them or talk to them or meet them or hear interviews from them, they talk about mindset. They talk about, my mother taught, usually the mother, like my mother taught me to never be a victim. My mother taught me that I was capable of anything. And so they had a mindset where some people have a victim mindset. That's the life they continue to live. Some people have a different mindset, and it can lift them out of what we would consider unprivileged circumstances. So it makes me question, then, is mindset a privilege? We both know people that have every privilege afforded to them, every one of them. And yet, for whatever reason, their mindset is the wrong one, and they can squander all of that opportunity, all of those advantages that they've been afforded, and make a mess. So I question whether mindset is a privilege. There are a lot of privileges in life. Mindset, I think, is one of the ones that is there for the taking.
We often hear about how hard work and determination can lead to success, but not very often do we hear much about how important your mindset is and how you have the power to make your life what you want to make it. Now, before you start typing away in the comments about how crazy I am, you might be right, but hear me out. When we talk about mindset, we're referring to our beliefs and attitudes towards ourselves and the world around us. It's what we think and tell ourselves when faced with challenges, setbacks, and adversity. And while it's true that having a positive mindset can help us overcome obstacles and achieve our goals, the reality is that not everyone has the luxury of being able to cultivate such a mindset. For example, imagine growing up in a household where you're constantly told that you're not good enough, that you'll never amount to anything, or that your dreams are unrealistic. No matter how much you may want to believe in yourself and your abilities, those negative messages can be incredibly difficult to shake off, especially from a young age while you are still developing your goals, dreams, and mind. Similarly, if you're living in poverty or facing systemic barriers such as racism or discrimination, it can be hard to maintain a positive mindset when it feels like the odds are stacked against you. In those situations, it's not just a matter of thinking positively or working harder, it's about dealing with very real, tangible obstacles that can make success seem almost impossible. But here's the thing. Just because mindset can be a privilege doesn't mean it's always a fixed, unchangeable trait. While our circumstances can certainly impact our mindset, they don't have to define it. In fact, I would argue that the ability to change our mindset in spite of adversity is one of the most powerful tools we have for achieving success. Take, for example, the story of J.K. Rowling. Before she became a best-selling author, Rowling faced numerous setbacks and challenges. She was a single mother living on welfare, struggling to make ends meet. But despite all of that, she never lost sight of her dream of becoming a writer. In interviews, Rowling has credited her mindset, the belief that she was capable of achieving her goals, with helping her persevere through those tough times. Or consider the story of Malala Yousafzai, the young activist who survived the Taliban assassination attempt and went on to become a Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Malala grew up in a region of Pakistan where girls were forbidden from attending school. But even in the face of such oppression, Malala maintained a mindset of resilience and determination, ultimately becoming a powerful voice for education and women's rights. These are just two examples, but there are millions of others. People who have overcome seemingly impossible obstacles to achieve their dreams, not because they had an easy road or a privileged upbringing, but because they refused to give up on themselves and their vision for the future. They pushed through both physically and mentally. So, what can we learn from all of this? First and foremost, We need to recognize that mindset is not something that everyone has equal access to. If we truly want to help people succeed, we can't just tell them to think positively or work harder. We need to address the systemic barriers and inequalities that can make it difficult for people to cultivate a positive mindset in the first place. At the same time, we need to acknowledge that even in the face of adversity, our mindset is something that we can work on and improve. It's not easy, and it may require a lot of hard work and self-reflection, but it is possible. So, if you're someone who's facing challenges in your life right now, whether it's poverty, discrimination, or just a general sense of hopelessness, I want you to know that you are not alone. And while it's true that your circumstances may make it tough, if you can change your mindset, you can change your situation. It doesn't matter if you are born into, or taught, that being negative is okay and welcomed. If you work hard enough on it, you can change your situation no matter the type or intensity of adversity you face. If you leave yourself in the same situation as everyone else, you will have the same mindset issues as everyone else. You hold the power to be great and to have the privilege of a good mindset. With that, you will create a great life. Please take some time to like and subscribe to help spread positivity and motivation to those that could use it. Please also comment down below 3 things you are thankful for today. Here are mine. 1. I'm up and moving and get a new day. 2. I've got running water, both hot and cold. I also have clean and drinkable water out of any faucet. 3. Taylor and I went on a bike ride around the neighborhood yesterday. Thankful that we have bikes, thankful for our health, and thankful that we have a little neighborhood to ride around and that is safe. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great day.